if you're like me, but when I'm making stuff in my studio, I'm focused on the thing that I'm trying to make. And whenever I'm working on the slab roller, or even sometimes when I'm throwing on the wheel, I have leftover clay, you know, pieces of stuff from the slab roller, balls of wedge clay that I didn't get around to throwing, and I just wrap them up in plastic thinking I'll get to those at the end of the day before I leave, make sure I spray them with water, and then the next day when I come in, I can re-wedge or wedge all over again to get them ready for another project in my studio. Well, if you're like me, I have little plastic bundles of clay scraps kind of all over the place because invariably something like distracts me and I leave the studio for the day without taking care of my clay business. So this is just a little studio hack. It's just a little something that I do. When I discover one of these hidden plastic bundles full of scraps of clay and it's a little too hard for me to wedge, I'll just spray it with water, and then I start to take the pieces and I just break them up into tiny little pieces just like this. And I'll do this with my whole bag of scrap clay. And this is kind of a great thing to do, listen to some music that's really like, you know, pumping and jamming to help you get the process done quickly. Eye of the Tiger comes to mind for those of you who were in high school in the 80s. I think that's the 80s. Anyway, so I'll just rip up the clay into tiny little sections. And once I've got all my tiny little sections kind of done, I'll take my spray bottle and I'll just give it a really good dousing of water. I'll wrap it back up and let all that moisture kind of evenly distribute in all these little scraps of clay, and then when I come in the next day, it's ready to wedge. So I hope this little studio hack helps you in your studio. Thanks for watching.